going to bring in Christy from Christy Creates. She's in Nashville actually right now. She's on a little vacation with the family, but she's still going to come in and do this with us. And we are going to be chatting with Christy for about 20 minutes, just me and Christy. And then when we open it up for Q&A, you guys are welcome to ask her as many questions as you'd like within the hour, because we want to make sure that she gets done at 8 o'clock so she can be back with her family. And if you guys are watching for the first time, or if you're a new Zoomer, you have a couple ways to view this. You can go into the upper right-hand corner of your screen. This is if you're on a desktop, and you can hit the view option, and you can do either gallery view or you can do speaker view. If you do gallery view, you'll see everybody that's kind of here in the squares, kind of Hollywood square style. If you are on a phone, I think you swipe or you do something like this, and that will give you the options of seeing the gallery or viewing everybody. If you are on a phone, you don't see quite as many tiles as you would if you're on your desktop, but either way, it's hopefully a fun experience. This is being recorded. We're going to put this on YouTube when it's all done. Amber, who was my guest last week, your episode will actually go up on Sunday. So tune in for that. And I wish we had the Roomba story on there, but we don't. So we'll leave it at that. And if you guys want to unmute yourself so we can welcome Christy, then by all means, please do. And we'll say hello when we bring her in the room. And then put yourself back on mute. And we'll have a good time. All right. Without further ado, here is Christy. Christy, can you hear me?
Muted.
Christy, can you hear me? Should start a song. Christy. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yay! How are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm good.
Hi.
Hi.
Christy, are you on your desktop or are you on your phone?
I am on my laptop.
Okay, cool. So, if you go into the upper right-hand corner, you can view in the gallery view so you can see everybody's faces, or you can go into the speaker view and you can just look at me until people ask questions. So, so first of all, how are you doing?
I am good. How are you?
I am good. I am good. I am super excited that you're here. I've known you for a while. I knew you when you were kind of restarting your channel, and you reached out and we chatted for a while via text and everything. I'm so happy with the growth and everything that you're experiencing with your channel. I know when we talked originally, you told me that you had a channel before, and then you kind of walked away from it for a little while, and then you were coming back to the Christy Creates kind of DIY side of it. So tell us about that journey. I think that's super relatable to a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you to Jamie, because he's the first ever channel that ever gave me a shout out and said, look what this chick created. And so
because you made that crazy knife block.
Yes.
That I love so much.
I will forever be thankful to you for that, because literally that day I was fangirling and I was like, oh my God. So yeah. So I started my channel back in, I think it was 2015.
Okay.
And I was just all over the place. I was going to make a channel and I was going to show you some DIYs. I was going to show you a haul. I was going I don't even know what I was going to do.
Yep.
It was a mess. But the first couple of videos that I created, I did some cheer bows. My daughter was a cheerleader.
Okay.
And people would ask me how do you make these? And so I would always be making for other people, and I was getting to the point I couldn't keep up. So I was like, I'll just make a video to show people how to do it, and if they ask me, I'll be like, go check out my video and then you can learn.
Yeah.
So I made, I think it was 2 or 3 videos, one on how to make the cheer bow, one random video, and if y'all ever go back and watch it, it's a hot mess. It was just hey, this is our first video, I'm Christy, this is Kira. I'm I don't even know what that was, but it's still on there. I just left it.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna go find it right now, and I'm gonna share it again.
It's bad
for everybody.
And then I made a how to stiffen your cheer bow, because a lot of people would always ask me, your bows are always super stiff, because they almost you know, like cereal box, like cardboard, like they feel like that, because I would always stiffen them. And that was like my number one question I always got. So I thought, I'm going to make a short video. It's super easy. You just buy this stuff, spray it on there, and it's stiff. So that was for the longest time. And I don't even know, it may still be like the video that had the most views on it out of every video I had. How to stiffen your cheer bow. And I still have people to this day send me message, can you please make some more cheer bow videos? I want you to teach us how to do this or do that. Which now I'm out of the cheer bow stage because my daughter graduated this year. So,
oh, wow.
So, yeah. So I made those 2 videos. And then shortly after that is when I started having some health issues. And so it just kind of got swept under the rug. Like, no more videos for me. You know, went through that stage in my life where I was more worried about surviving and getting through the day than making videos. Plus, I was not any good at it. So I was like, why keep making them if I'm not great? So
what do you think brought you back to it?
I think okay, so I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I loved to create things, but I would make something and I would post it on my Instagram or my Facebook, and I would have 50 people message me, are you selling those? Do you make those to sell? How did you do that? And my DIY came out of pure, like, I guess, necessity, more so because I would be looking for instance, one of the very first things I ever made was a razorback cutting board. So I'm from Arkansas, if you don't know that, and we love the hogs, and we have lots of decor in our house that is razorback themed, and I wanted a cutting board. I could not find one for the life of me. So I thought, let's just make one.
Make it, right.
Yeah. So I made it, and it turned out really cute. Posted a picture on Facebook, and I literally had like 20 people message me, are you selling those? I want to buy one. And I'm like, what?
Nice.
So after I kind of started doing some stuff like that and selling to people, I was like, I don't like doing this, because I would get people that, well, I washed it the first time, even though I told you don't put it in the dishwasher because it's handmade, and you would put it in the dishwasher, and then you would call me and say, the paint come off. And it's like,
right.
So I got tired of like, yeah, I was like, I enjoy it for me.
Okay.
I don't enjoy the selling part of it. So I was like, I'm just going to make stuff for myself. I'll make a video on how to do it. And that way, if anybody else is like, I don't know how to do this, they can see how to do it.
Sure.
And then they can make theirs themselves. So if they want one, then if they ask me, I can just be like, here, go watch this video and make one yourself. Because I'm a butthole.
No, that's great. I think that's awesome. And I think that it's kind of cool the way that you started too. Very similar background with myself. I started doing it out of necessity because I bought a house and needed to fill it up. Mm-hmm. And now it's like filled up a lot. But I also posted things on Facebook, and then people would ask if I had a YouTube and if I would do it. And I just never kind of really did it. And then just one day decided to go ahead and do it. And I'm kind of glad I did. But so you mentioned your daughter that I can't believe you said has graduated. Like, do you mean like kindergarten or like graduated high school?
No, she graduated high school.
Wow. And are you, and then you said something about a younger one.
Yep. So my daughter is 17, almost 18. So she just graduated. And she's fixing to be leaving me and going to college. So I'm like, no. Is she going to Arkansas? I'm sad. And then I have.
Is she going to Arkansas?
What?
Is she going to Arkansas for college?
Of course. Yes. Ooh, big Suey. So, and then I have a son who is 16. Okay. And then I also have 2 stepchildren. So we have a
busy house.
15-year-old, a 16-year-old, a 17-year-old, and almost an 18-year-old. So
wow, so you're just like pushing them out the door, like in stair steps, kind of. They're just like
4 years for a car, 4 years for college. So
oh yeah,
it's expensive.
Yeah, for sure. And I know you're married because we know each other, but you are married. And tell us, what part of the country are you in? Are you in Arkansas?
I'm in Northwest Arkansas. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Home of the Razorbacks.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, and I have a husband. He's so sweet to me, as you know, because he hardly ever tells me no.
He tolerates a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I know. If I say, I want this or I want to try this, he's like, okay, let's make it happen. I'm like, okay.
That's awesome. I always pick on you about this because, you know, I love it. And it's really just a jealousy thing. And I think I need to bring you to Atlanta to figure out my system. But you have do you still have the storage unit?
I have more than one now.
Oh my God. Okay. You guys, maybe you don't know. You know what? I'm going to let you share the story. Tell us what those storage units are for.
Those storage units are for my Dollar Tree hoarding habit.
Okay. So she hoards so much Dollar Tree that she has not one, but 2 storage units.
Yeah.
And then don't you have a way of organizing them?
I do. So I had my husband go buy me like the big industrial shelving units.
Yep.
And literally everything has its section. So all of the glass is in one section. All the vases are on one shelf. Okay. If it's a cutting board, it's on another shelf. Okay. Like if it's wood, it's on one shelf.
But
if
then how do you
popsicle stick or craft stick, it's on one shelf. If it's a Dollar Tree sign, it's on one shelf. Yeah, which right now it's kind of a hot mess because we just moved and which I'm going to have a new craft room tour video out this week.
Okay, awesome.
So everybody come watch it. But yeah, because we moved and I was trying to get the new craft room ready, I took a lot of stuff and literally just kind of threw it in the door to get it out of my way. Yeah. So it's kind of a mess right now, but it is still organized. It's just got a lot of stuff sitting in the front door. And that's why I had to get a second unit because I had so much stuff there and I didn't really have time to put it away where it went. Yeah. So we got a second one just to kind of shove stuff in till I could get it all back to being organized.
So I know how I am with my stash here at home. And how do you... Like you've got a storage unit, so you have to go to the storage unit to get stuff and then you bring it home to craft and create with. Mm-hmm. Do you have what's your organization method? You've got the bins, obviously. Like, don't you have like an Excel spreadsheet or something like that?
Maybe.
And so, no, is it maybe?
Maybe. And it's bad. It's bad, y'all.
I think it's brilliant. I don't think it's bad at all. I wish I knew where half of the stuff is that I've bought because it just fits somewhere and that's where it ends up. And I swear I need to bring you to Atlanta and like we do an organized Jamie's craft room video or something. Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to show you guys my new craft room because it's like at my old craft room, it was just kind of pushed wherever and I would have to dig for stuff to craft. Where in my new craft room, I actually have like one whole shelving unit that is just wood. So I do keep some stuff at my house that's stuff I use very regularly.
Sure.
Like if it's a Dollar Tree wood sign, I use those all the time. So it stays there. But I do have my backup stash at the storage unit. And then if it's something that's a little out of the ordinary, that's not like an everyday item, that's when I go to the storage unit. And usually I just try to do that like once a week or so. I'll kind of make a run, grab the things. I literally have shopping bags there and I start putting stuff in bags and I take it to the house with me, just like I've been to Dollar Tree, put it all out. And then if I don't use it, I take it back to the storage unit and put it back in its spot.
Wow. Maybe I could do that like with my attic space because I have a staircase that actually goes up there. So I could maybe get some shelving or something. I might go to Costco this weekend and figure something out and then hire an intern to take everything up there for me. I want to make sure that this is super interactive for everybody too that's in the virtual audience. So if you guys have questions, I'm in the gallery view right now. Go ahead and flag me down and I'll call on you kind of in between questions and such. But I'm curious, Christy, where do you get your creative just energy or just where does your creativity come from? Is it from?
I always watch these shows and everybody's like, oh, I got it from my mom or got it from my grandma. I got mine from my dad. And no, he's not a crafter.
Okay.
but he's like a MacGyver. Like if there was ever anything at the house that broke and needed fixed, he didn't call somebody to come fix it. He was like, kids, come on, get the duct tape, get the, like, so we always just fixed whatever it was ourselves. So that's, like I said, when I started crafting and it was things that I couldn't find. And I was like, I mean, like I've fixed a car, I've fixed a tractor, I've shot a gun. Like I do all of this stuff. I can figure out how to make a Razorback cutting board or put together this. So then once I started crafting, I loved it. Well, then I figured out, like, for years I've crafted. I didn't know there was like a YouTube craft clan. No idea. Until like, well, about the time I started my channel back, which was about a year ago, year and a half ago. And I Googled something and it popped up a YouTube video and I was like, what the what? What? Hold on. So I would go watch. Well, then it literally, I spent like a month just click, next video, next video. I was like an addict. I was like, yeah, let's watch some more.
Nice.
Of course, yours was one of the channels that popped up. So I'm like, I need to get to know these people. These are my kind of people. Like in my real life, I tell people I craft or do something like that and they look at me like I've got 3 heads. And I'm like, I didn't know that was so weird. I'm sorry.
Imagine what they say when or what they do when I say I do it. I understand. So dad was the kind of catalyst for this, which I think is actually really cool. It's awesome when, because my dad was kind of the fixer-upper type as well. So I guess my mom has always been more of like the decorator side. And I just assumed I always got it from my mom. But now that I'm hearing you talk about your dad, I'm thinking, well, maybe I got some of it from dad as well, you know?
Yeah. Which my great granny, she was a crafter, I guess. She would always like crochet and quilt, stuff like that.
That's creative, yeah.
Yeah, and I would do that kind of stuff with her, but not like seriously. Like it would just be like when you were at her house for the weekend, you would do it.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, like I don't know, I just kind of took it up on my own and I was like, this is fun. And it's usually pretty easy to figure stuff out because I had always thought about it, you know, just from a fixer point of view. So
I love that. I love that. Do you remember what your very first like project was that you were super proud of?
Well, really, I mean, it was that Razorback cutting board. That was the first thing that I really truly remember making from start to finish and being like, this is really cool. And that's why I posted the picture of it. And from there, it just kind of took off. I started making all kinds of Razorback stuff. Nice.
Now, I have been challenged by people before to like post the fails, right? Because they like those and people can see, you know, oh, I'm not the only one that messes up, or I'm not the only one that can mess things up. And I'm curious, how many fails would you say you have versus how many successes? Because I have a lot.
Normally, just because I grew up with my dad who was kind of MacGyver.
Yeah.
Usually my fails end up turning into something that I like.
Okay, that's a great way to.
They, you know, a lot of times they will start off as a fail, but I keep messing with it and tinkering with it. I'll set it to the side and I'll go to something else and I'll continue to think about it while I'm working on this, and then I'll come back to it.
Okay.
So, I mean, whether that means tearing it apart and starting over or adding something to it, you know, just kind of tinkering with it till I get it the way I like it.
Nice.
And I mean, a lot of times my projects are that way and you don't necessarily see it. You will see it in the process, but I usually don't say, well, here's where I messed it up, but I decided to change it. Usually I just kind of edit that part out.
Okay.
Just because some people don't want to know that. They just want to see how I did it. So.
Sure. Yeah. That's awesome. Before we move any forward, or I can't talk tonight. Before we move forward with more questions and stuff for Christy, I want to make a quick announcement, let everybody know that I'm super excited. We have a paid sponsor now of the Chit Chat show, and it is a company that is called Katch. And if you're not familiar with Katch, you should check them out. They are on Amazon and they are going to be creating their own site. But Katch actually makes these reusable craft mats, and they have 2 different sizes. And they also make tape and kind of like painter's tape. And what's super cool about this particular mat here. This is a 30 by 18. It's the top of it is actually a fabric. So it catches paint, it catches glue, it catches any kind of spills, and it doesn't go through to your work surface. So if you got a really pretty clean tabletop, you can put this down. But what's great about this is that it actually has the same materials that 3M uses for like Post-its and stuff. So the backing you actually peel away and it's adhesive. So it sticks down to your work surface. It stays in place. And then you can reuse it by wiping off the excess paint, or you can just ball it up and throw it away. So it's actually really cool. And we're going to have a winner tonight that's going to get an entire collection of Katch items. They are going to get the 30 by 18 reusable mat. They're also going to get the 24 by 24 mat, which is just the same exact one. And then they're going to get some of the painter's tape and such as well. So Christy, keep me honest. We will make sure and do the drawing for that in a little while. So let me figure out what the heck's going on with my computer, because I can't stop doing the screen share. I don't know what's going on.
I need to buy one of those because that's really cool.
Oh, you don't have to buy them because I'm going to send you some. So yeah, they are Surebonder still going to be a sponsor as well. So, but Katch is now doing this on a monthly basis, and I am super, super excited and very thankful. So, Christy, before we leave, make sure that, or everybody remind me, Sandy's always keeping me honest with stuff. Make sure that we do that drawing before we go. And does anybody have a question for Christy in the audience? Megan, I saw your hand for Painted and Distressed. Go for it.
Be nice.
I want to know, do you still have to shop at Dollar Tree? You do.
I don't have to.
Well, I mean,
they're putting out new stuff all the time.
I know. Sadly enough, I've not been to Dollar Tree in about 3 months because we've been moving, and I knew I know. I've been watching people's hauls and I'm like,
I've been in like 3 hours.
Same.
Yeah. But literally every time I go to Dollar Tree, even if I go to like 2 or 3 or 4 Dollar Trees in a day, I spend $100 or $150 at every single one. So I can't go.
That, but y'all must have some good Dollar Trees in Arkansas.
Seriously.
I have some good ones here, but I'm not spending that much.
I can't find like the super good stuff. Like some of the stuff, like for instance, those little metal planter things that you used here a while back.
Me or Megan?
Yeah, you.
For the Cricut video,
yeah, like I can't find those anywhere.
Yeah.
The little wooden shelves, I can't find those. Like there's a lot of stuff that I can't find. I need to start telling in my videos like, hey guys, if you find this, I will send you money to send it to me.
Friend mail.
Yeah.
Megan, did you have a question? Oh, was another one? I'm sorry. Obviously you had one question already. Okay, cool. Y'all, I don't know what's wrong with me tonight. I'm not drinking, so maybe that's what's going on. I'm just
That's your problem.
But who else has a question for Christy? Sandy, and then I saw Melissa's hand.
Love
Sandy,
you, girl.
I want you to talk about your paint after your question for Christy, because I don't think I gave you that time last week. So go ahead and ask your question for Christy first.
Girl, I love you. Congratulations, new home, new craft studio. Oh, so exciting. You are like so extra. You're like glittery and sparkly. Like even in a hotel room, look at you. You're glowing. It's gorgeous. And congratulations, Jamie. Congratulations on your sponsor.
Oh, thank you.
Yay, yay, yay. Christy.
Getting paid.
Okay. You've been through some medical issues, and I've been through some medical issues. How do you cope with that? Like the squirrel and the brain fog and some of those issues. I think there's a lot of people that go through that, and I would love for you to share.
It's hard. I mean, I have days where I'm like, I have a video I'm going to post tomorrow. It doesn't get done. I mean, it's just, you just do it the best you can. If there's a day you need a break, you take a break.
Mhm.
If there's a day that you're like scatterbrained, I just be scatterbrained and I just keep going, just keep working on what I'm working on, but try to stay focused. But there, I mean, in all honesty, there are some days that it doesn't get done when it should. I mean, you just have to give yourself grace.
Yep.
And go on. I mean, if you can't get it done that day, take a break, do it the next day.
Mhm.
It's, you know, I mean, there's just, I went through such a rough patch that this keeps me happy and it keeps me going. There
Yes.
are some days that if I wasn't doing this, I would literally not get out of bed. And I mean, when you have an illness, whether it's an invisible one or not, there are some days that you don't get out of bed. I mean, there's a couple of you here that know that because I've discussed that. And I just think you do the best that you can every day.
Yep.
If that means taking time for you, take time for you.
I love that. That is so powerful. And you are reaching so many people. Like, you're not alone, my friend. And thank you. Thank you for being vulnerable and sharing.
And
Love you.
I didn't realize how many people, like, I had never spoke about anything that I had been through until Sammy, who's on here, she's like, girl, people see you with your makeup perfect every day, doing this perfect DIY and not really ever messing anything up. They want to see the real you. And I'm like, well, good Lord, girl, you know the real me is a hot mess. Like, most days I don't have makeup on, my hair's up in a mess. Like, it probably ain't been washed in 4 or 5 days. Like, I'm lucky to have clothes on. And that's real. But I also, so for those of you that don't know, I had weight loss surgery. Before I had weight loss surgery, I hated myself. I never felt pretty. I never felt good enough. I was like broken. Like, I don't know. And once I actually lost the weight, it's not that I'm any different of a person, but now I feel like putting makeup on. I feel like getting dressed up. And where before I didn't feel like that. I never, like, even if I did all of that, it didn't make me feel any better about myself.
Mhm.
And now that I've kind of grown into myself and kind of accepted things that are wrong with me, you just kind of, as you get older, you learn to accept some of the things and you learn to just be you. Like, I'm me. If you don't like me, it's fine. You don't have to like me, but let me be me. And I'll let you be you. And like my shirt says, be kind. And so, like, now I enjoy putting my makeup on, which is why I started my second channel, even though I'm not posted a video yet because I hadn't had a place to post a video or make a video. Now, literally, if I go to Walmart, where before I might have worn my pajamas and, you know, sweatpants, whatever, I want to get dressed. I want to put makeup on. And it's just something that I enjoy. It's not, I do it to impress anybody. It just makes me feel like me. It makes me feel like getting out and doing something. And so, I don't know. I just get sidetracked. I'm already over here like squirrel, deer, rabbit.
Christy, you are beautiful inside and out. And I love that. And I just wanted to, some people might take that, oh, she wanted to lose weight. It was a medical issue. Like, you needed to lose that weight to be healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
I just wanted to clarify that because
that wasn't for just because I wanted to be skinny.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, which most people here know because I've talked to a lot of you about it, but I have what's called Chiari malformation, which is where the back part of my brain is squished down in, like, here's my spinal column where my spinal cord is, and my brain is like smushed down in there. So that part of my brain is kind of like dead, basically, and there's not a cure for it. It can be fatal, but they can somewhat control it. They can do a brain surgery where they basically burn off that part of your brain because it's already kind of dead anyways. I'm trying to avoid that as long as possible. But in the meantime, he also found that I have intracranial hypertension, which is where I basically have too much fluid around my brain and my spinal cord. So they put a shunt in it's like in where my spinal column is, and it drains into my abdomen. Well, that a lot of times, like, the cure doesn't have a cure, but the intracranial hypertension can sometimes go along with people that are overweight. So my neurosurgeon told me, if you will lose some weight, we might be able to correct that part of it. We can't fix the brain part, but we might be able to correct the pressure part, which was causing me to have symptoms like stroke or MS type symptoms, because at first that's what they thought was wrong. Wow. That's why I had the weight loss surgery. But then in turn, the weight loss surgery almost killed me. I was in the hospital for a month. I was on a feeding tube that I basically had a backpack that fed me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for almost a year. So then I dealt with that, trying to fix the other. So that's.
Girl, thank you for sharing. Thank you for being vulnerable. You're so brave. You're so strong. Love you lots.
Love you lots.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that for sure. Sandy, I want you to talk about your new product if you want to talk about it now.
Yes, because I want to try it.
I do as well. So I'm going to replace the spotlight and give you your 10 seconds.
Thank you, Jamie. It's a new product. It's called Dragon's Breath. It's a gel. It's a paint. You use a stencil or a rubber stamp, or you can use it like paint. You stencil it onto a board, a raw board. Nothing happens. Nothing. Jelly on a board. And then you heat activate it, and it turns into a wood burning. It is so cool. So it's a wood burning. Yeah, and it's food grade safe, so you could use it on a charcuterie board. Ooh. And yeah, it's a really cool product. And
so
Indiana Jones.
Can people buy it yet, or?
Yeah, Indiana Jones is going to be shipping it out in the US for me, and yeah, I'll hook you guys all up.
Amazing. I'll do a video on it and help you promote it. So very cool.
I can't wait.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. I think Melissa, I think you were next.
Hello. Congratulations on the new home and the new craft room. Can't wait to see everything.
Thank you.
I didn't know you had a Dollar Tree in a storage unit, but
Dollar Tree.
If you didn't use like Dollar Tree items, what would be your favorite thing to craft with, like outside of Dollar Tree items?
Love that.
And that's one thing, like, I like doing Dollar Tree DIYs. However, projects look so much more high end if you mix in some Hobby Lobby, something else with it. So that is a big, huge tip. If you're trying to make Dollar Tree projects look more high end, mix it in with one or two things from Joann's or Hobby Lobby or Walmart, or like, it just like kicks it up a notch. But Hobby Lobby is probably like my go-to, like before, like, cause I live in not a very big area. So like Dollar Tree took a while to come around. And so I always shopped at Hobby Lobby before Dollar Tree. That was kind of where I got everything. And then now we have a Joann's as well. I don't have a Michael's, so I get jealous of some people. They're like, I got this at Michael's, or there's one other store that some people post about a lot. And I'm like, I want one of those.
Pop Shelf. my
I
favorite.
want a pop shelf out here. We've got everything else, but we don't have a pop shelf.
So good. Oh my gosh.
Where are you from, Melissa?
Indiana,
Indiana.
right close. I'm very close to Chicago though, like 20 minutes away. So
Oh, yeah. So you got lots of stuff.
Very cool. Very cool. Did I see another hand pop up? Hi, Crystal, that just joined us. How are you? Did I see another hand pop up? I'm trying to scan the thing. All right. So, Christy, what would you recommend for somebody starting their YouTube channel, or maybe even for somebody that is thinking about starting the YouTube channel, but maybe they're a little timid about doing it?
Do it.
Do it.
So when I first started, I was trying to use, like, we had this little handheld, like, actual flip open camera, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna be like this big YouTuber with this little tiny camera.
Yeah.
Use your
I
phone.
have a cookie, by the way. Wow.
Oh, I want one of those. She needs to start selling those out of state. Just FYI.
She's getting a commercial kitchen right as we speak.
But yeah, don't try to jump in, get all this fancy lighting, fancy cameras, and all of that. Like when I first came back and kind of started making videos, I used my phone and I used my overhead light, and that was it. Like nothing fancy. If you want some nice lighting, I mean, Amazon, like I literally shoved these in my luggage, and like they have these little bitty ones that you can buy. Even Walmart now has this little guy, and it's only like 20 something dollars. And they actually work really well, but you don't need a bunch of fancy stuff. You just need good ideas and your time and energy. Now it does take a lot of time and energy, but
Yes.
I mean, if you've got the ideas, share it with people. Like people love watching you. And like, I love sharing with people. I mean, it's just fun. Like if I lived in a big enough area where people would come out, like teach a class on stuff, I'd be like, come on, let's go craft together.
Yeah. Maybe you can teach classes on some stuff. Maybe that could be the next evolution.
Yeah.
Corey, you've got your virtual hand up. Go for it.
Oh, there you go.
I'm gonna have another cookie.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, you know I adore you. So I'm just wondering if you have a favorite holiday or a favorite season that you like to craft for, and what do you like to make most during that holiday or season?
I would say probably Christmas, mainly because that's, well, my favorite holiday, plus it's the one that I decorate the most for the longest period of time.
Yeah.
I mean, like I go all out. Like I usually have, like, I think last year we had like 7 Christmas trees in my house.
What?
Yeah, I get like little Christmas trees, skinny Christmas trees, and I'm shoving them in like every corner on top of tables. I have a problem. I'm just a hoarder. I can't help it.
At least you're organized with it, though.
That's
Sometimes.
awesome.
My craft supply is organized. Everything else about my life is like chaos, and it's like, yeah.
And
So-
when do we get a tour of the storage unit? Because I want to see the new craft room tour, but I would love to see a tour of the storage
bonus
unit.
thing.
Okay.
I would be into that.
I will do that, but let me get my craft room done and get my storage unit back to being organized. Then I'll take you on a tour. I can send you a picture because I did have a picture of before it got crazy. But yeah, I mean, I don't have anything in particular like that's like my favorite thing to create. I just love like all things Christmas. So like any kind of thing, like ornaments, garlands, I mean, you name it. I'm like, let's do that. Signs, because I like to change out my pictures like on the walls and stuff. So all of
That's
that.
my favorite too. Yeah, and it's the ornaments for me. I go kind of crazy with ornaments.
Yeah.
So
I think fall is probably my favorite. I'm curious whose favorite is like fall and Christmas. Just show of hands. Yeah, Liz is like,
can't wait.
Liz is like, meh. Thank you for your question, Corey.
Thank you.
Christy, how do you handle the haters? Everybody seems to get them. We all deal with them one way or another. What is your best advice?
Oh, I don't know, because I get I get my feelings hurt. Like just the other day, I did a live just to kind of like catch up because I hadn't had a video out in a while. Of course, one of the comments was, I don't like live videos, don't have time for it. And it's like,
Then why
okay.
did you tune in, heifer?
I don't understand. Like,
Did you
you
hit
always
the
pay
button
my-
that says join?
like my mom said, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Just
Right.
walk away. Like, so it blows my mind and it hurts my feelings. And that's
So
when
do you just
my
ignore?
family is all like, what?
Do you just ignore the haters?
Well, usually I reply, but I do something like, oh my gosh, I hate that you don't like live videos, but some of my subscribers ask for them. So I did it for them. But maybe next time you can catch my DIY when I'm on. And then I'm like, thanks for watching, you know, something like that. Just because I'm like, I'll just kill them with kindness and go on. Like, and then if they reply back, I'm done. I don't have time to, you know.
Right.
That-
I'm just like, block.
You need chapstick.
Oh my God, that is probably my favorite. That was the comment that I received. I did a DIY video, and some of you guys have heard this story before. And the comment was, "Your lips are excessively chapped." And I was thinking to myself, I was like, well, first of all, what size TV screen are you watching me on? Because if you can see me like from your sofa and you can see my lips are chapped, then, you know, props to you. And then the second thing I did was, because I just remembered it, but I didn't reply to it, and I didn't delete her or anything. And the next day I was doing a Dollar Tree haul, and I picked up like 8 tubes of chapstick and was like, and I grabbed some chapstick and cherry for my excessively chapped lips. You know, just like to kind of call her out, to be like, you know, hey, lips taken care of, boo.
Well, people just blow my mind. That it's like, just, we're going to be behind the computer and just, and
The Facebook juries. Looks like Freckled Mom says she is dying. I hope you're not really dying. I hope you're laughing.
I love her shirt. Dog hair, don't care.
I know, that is cute. It's definitely cute. I need one that says something about cat hair, I think. Maybe I should make that for my next Cricut video that's due by the end of the month.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, do you see any of the kids following in your creative footsteps?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, not my son, but my daughter. She's all the time, I need to, well, like, you know, with her being a cheerleader, they were all the time having like a theme day or something
Sure.
like this. And she was like, do you want to go to Hobby Lobby with me? Because I need to get this, 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 and this. And then she's in there like, do you have a paintbrush? Do you have this? Like, she's always the first to grab that I'm a hoarder of craft supplies, but then she's always the first in there like, can I borrow this? And I'm like, mm-hmm. Are you enjoying my craft supply stash now? And
Yeah.
she's like, yeah. I'm like,
Nice. You're going to go in there one day and she's going to have a desk and lights and camera and everything set up. She's just going to be working right from the storage unit. Maybe I should try doing that, actually. Do you have a, like, let's say you could only pick we're going to say this is three craft items that you could only use for the rest of your life. What would they be?
hot glue, because I use hot glue in like every DIY.
Okay. I feel like hot glue would like save your life too.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you could, because you know how it hardens, like you could make like a boat or something with it if you.
So hot glue, oh goodness. 3 is hard.
3. They got 1.
Dollar Tree wood signs, because I use those a lot.
Wrong finger. Dollar Tree
And
signs, okay. The hot glue, Dollar Tree signs. Gotta have something to
jute twine.
twine. Okay, cool.
Yeah, because you can, tie it. You can
Yep.
embellish.
Oh my God, have you seen Favi? Like, She makes
Yes.
like tables with her.
Yeah, I want to try to do that this month because I've not done that challenge yet, and I think that would be
Yeah.
fun.
It's an open collab. You should do it. I'm her co-host, and I saw her stuff in her last video, and I was like,
Oh yeah.
girl, I'll be able to like wrap this cup in a vase, you know, in some twine, but that's going to be all you're going to get. Like, she's making like day beds and like side tables and stuff. It's crazy. It's crazy. Guys, we've got about 10 more minutes, and I want to make sure that we do the giveaway because Katch is sponsoring that giveaway. And again, they're going to send a large roll of the large crafting mat. You're going to get a bundle of the smaller crafting mats, and you're also going to get 2 different versions of the painter's tape. One is regular, looks like regular masking tape, and then another one is actually really thick, almost like a border tape. And again, super versatile. I love working with them, and they are very, very cool. So Christy, what I want you to do is make sure you're in gallery view, first of all, so you see all the squares. And then we're going to have you close your eyes, and you're literally just going to kind of follow the grid that you're seeing on the screen. And when I say stop, whoever you are pointing at is going to be the winner of the items from Katch, my new sponsor. So at the count of 3, 1, 2, 2.5, 2 3/4, 3.
Oh, I was pointing to myself.
You did not win.
Hold on, I gotta do it again.
Do it one more time. And don't pick
Okay.
me. All right, 1, 2, 3.
Megan, painted and distressed.
Megan, painted in distress. All right. So Megan, just send me your email, or not your email. Send me your address via email, and your items will come from Katch. So cool. Very cool. Very cool. All right.
And I'm gonna be doing a giveaway too.
Oh, you are? All right. So we got another giveaway. So
I'm gonna give away a box of Dollar Tree goodies from a storage unit.
Ooh, a mystery box of Dollar Tree from the main, like from the it's like your own Dollar Tree store.
Yep.
Okay.
So some of it may even be like older items that you can't get anymore.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. So are we opening this up for everyone, or is Megan going to be out because she won the other project? Okay. Megan is putting herself out. I think that's what you meant by that. All right.
Okay.
So again, we're going to do the count of 3. We're going to go backwards this time. 3, 2, 1.
DIY with Amber.
DIY with Amber. All right. Amber's like cooking dinner, hanging out. There she is.
Yay!
She just moved one of the kids out of the way and turned the camera on real quick. All right, Amber, email me your, or I guess you know Christy, so just set it up with Christy. And if she doesn't send it to you, we've got this recorded. It will be on YouTube, and
we'll come and find you in your storage unit.
We'll make sure that we head to Arkansas, and it'll be on. It'll be on.
Our storage unit.
All right, everyone. I want to make sure that we wrap this up at 8 o'clock exactly. That way, Christy can get back to her friends and family. So I want to give you guys a chance. If you have any other questions for Christy, now is the time. Sandy's giving you the little heart emoji. Norma, go for it. You were quiet last time, Norma.
I know. Hi, Christy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fine, thanks. First, that your story is very touching. God bless you.
Oh,
I'm so glad you're doing so much better. I want to put this out to everybody, which I never do, and I always say I'm going to do. My email is normajones2012 and at Gmail. And I say that because when I go shopping at Dollar Tree, I buy more than one, sometimes 2 and 3, and I may have something. You said you have been out of Dollar Tree in 3 months. So if there's anything you're looking for, I may have it and may have a number of them.
And
That's
she's hooked me up before too. So,
and I've reached out to a couple of people, but I really mean it. You know, God has given me a giving heart. And if I have it and you really wanted to craft with it, I would love to see you guys get it and show me what you can do. So
I got a couple
Yay.
things on my list I'm gonna send you too. And I'm gonna Venmo you some money too, but I seriously want to do it.
yeah, absolutely. Norma Jones, 2012. I live in Orlando, just like our girl Teresa. Teresa, we haven't hooked up yet. I have something she needed, and I'm gonna get it to her as well. But
Nice.
let's know, because you know, like you said, sometimes you walk in and you get lucky. They just put it on the floor,
Yeah.
and there's a number of them there, and you never get that. And I go to a lot of different. I can do $8 trees in 2 hours from my vicinity. They're like 20 minutes away, 15 minutes away. So yeah, if anybody needs anything, let me know for sure. I have no problem sending it.
Norma, I might need your cell phone.
We don't need your email. We need you on speed dial.
But no, I you know, I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody that's constantly crafting that I get to see. The hoarding part, I need to ask you about that, because in November when I started, white chalk paint was very hard to find because it was getting into Christmas and everybody was using the white chalk paint. Couldn't find it anywhere. January came, I started hoarding the white chalk paint. Then it was it's going to be Christmas next year. I'm going to need the crimson red. Then, fall, pumpkin. I mean, when I tell you I have a stash of Waverly chalk paint, which I heard from, what is her name? Kelly, that they're changing the paint at Walmart.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
what I
going to be
heard too.
Waverly chalk paint. Yeah, my stores here still have it, still have stocks of it, and I'm organized. So I'm an organized hoarder. So like right now, if you called me and said you need 4 of those wood framed houses looking thing, I know exactly where to go. But I can't stop. And it's bad. It's really, really bad. That's why I just want to give, because soon I'm not going to have anywhere to put it.
You'll have to have a storage unit.
Right. Yeah. Yes, exactly. And I have a craft room. But it's scrapbooking craft room. So now I have bins under beds. It's amazing. It's amazing to me. And every time a tier tray, a holiday comes, let's do a tier tray on lemons, tier tray on bees, tier tray on, I have so much stuff now. It's crazy, but yeah.
Like,
so
boom, boom, boom.
it's crazy. And so that's why it's so important that if anybody needs something, especially you crafters, you see something and you have the urge to do it, but you can't find it, definitely reach out to me. Again, Norma Jones, 2012 at Gmail, because if I have it, it's yours.
Yay, thank you. That's
Love
super
that.
sweet of you.
Be prepared.
And
You're probably
Norma,
gonna
you
get
will
a
start
flood
liking my
email.
channel a little better, because up until now I've never set a day to post on, and I'm actually going to do that. I'm hoping that I can always post when I say I'm going to, but my new post
awesome.
schedule is going to be Tuesdays and Fridays at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time.
I love that.
So yeah, starting next month, that will be my schedule. So I know you like a schedule.
Yeah. I'm still playing catch up for the last week, but I try really hard to support you guys and see what's new and what's you guys are coming out with.
Oh, well, we all appreciate it. I know I have a lot of friends that are YouTubers, and we love our subscribers so much. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Norma. And I'm going to email you too as soon as we're done. All right, guys, we are at the 8 o'clock mark. And again, I want to give you guys one last chance for one more question. And if not, we are going to do our virtual selfie. And please feel free to post and tag and all the things on YouTube. Christy, I've got you main and center on my screen. And what I'm going to be doing is, I'm trying to get rid of this little pesky sidebar that keeps popping up. There it goes. And we're going to do a virtual selfie with you and hopefully tag it and share it on social media. So at the count of 3, just say hello. That way the camera will revert back to you instead of me. And everybody take out your phone and literally turn your back to your computer screen without showing all of the mess in your room. And at the count of 3, Christy, you say hi, and then we'll take a picture, all right? 1, 2, 3.
Hi. Hello.
And just keep talking.
Hello,
That way,
hello,
Make
hello.
sure everybody got it. Keep talking.
Hi. I'm fixing to go down there. We're in Nashville this weekend. My son has a lacrosse tournament, and I'm like looking at, I think it's Broadway, and there's like so many restaurants, and there's like people down there like, woo!
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna go down there and
I
check
had friends
things
that
out.
were just in Nashville, and they said it was lit over the last weekend. So you're gonna have a good time.
They've already been pretty rowdy, and it was early in the day. So
Oh yeah. Go to
can only
Tootsie's
imagine.
if you can. The line is going to be very intimidating. Trust me, get in there. There's 4 floors, live music on each floor, and it's all different music on each floor. It's amazing. It's one of my favorite
check
places.
it out. And if anybody knows of any good Dollar Trees in Nashville, let me know where it's at.
Heck yeah.
Because I need to go.
Go to all of them. Go to all of them.
And I did fly here, and last time I went to Florida and I flew there, I might have mailed myself back many boxes.
Of course you did. And they went right to the storage unit, right?
Yeah. Like, and when we go on lacrosse tournaments, we usually end up, I think last time we ended up renting a U-Haul to get back home because I have a problem, guys. I have a problem. I just.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. At least it sounds like it's organized. Anna Lee is in North Myrtle Beach right now with her friends and family. I'm from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So hello.
Yay.
And we just wanted to give her a shout out. I appreciate you being here as well, Anna Lee.
Thanks for sharing the beach with us.
I have a collaboration coming up with Anna Lee. We are doing a thrift flip collaboration. I have a collaboration with Favi. We are doing the Twine It Up challenge. And then I have a challenge coming up with Guys versus the Gals that Anna Lee or Amber and Christy are involved in. Anna Lee, and Liz, the official craft nerd. Anna Lee, I can't remember who's all involved in that one. I don't think you are because we did the other thing together. But there's more coming. So lots of DIY videos coming out this week. Amber's recorded session from the last ChitChat show will be out on Sunday, and then this one will be out on next Sunday. The next guest is She's So Crafty, and I'm super excited about her. She's going to show us her face. And we're going to have fun and chit chat with her as well. And then the following week, I have a gentleman by the name of Eli, who is a finalist on HGTV's Design Star. He was one of the top 3, and he is going to be a guest the following week. So more to come. And thank you guys, as always, for being here. And thank you, Christy.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Christy, go get.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Have a good night, everybody.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye, Christy. Thank you again.
Bye.